What's up, everybody? Happy Friday coming at you. This is The Certified Chris G back with another motivational message to help keep inspiring you to chase after the ever elusive greatness in your life. So, as many of you guys know that follow me, I am expecting a little mini me this summer. I'm gonna be a daddy. Never thought that would happen. A little scared that there's gonna be a miniature version of me, but I'm super excited. My wife and I are counting down the days. And so the other day, my wife was like, you gotta build the kid's stroller because we don't know when he's coming. And I'm not like a very handsy person, so it took me a little while. I couldn't figure out all the little pins and stuff, but your boy got it done. And we got a stroller ready for the little munchkin when he arrives. But as I was building the thing, of course, my mind's always processing how do I teach motivation to all you beautiful people on the other side of this camera? I thought about this. I was like, oh man, this little guy's gonna ride in the car seat and that's gonna be how he gets around. But then I got deeper, got myself a little metaphor here, and that's what I'm gonna tell you tonight is the 4 ways that we ride through life. And I'm gonna build it kind of as a parallel to the way we ride in a car. So it's the 4 ways that we ride through life. And tonight I want you to listen to the message and then decide exactly what kind of rider are you in your own life. And hopefully by the end of it, you'll know which one I want you to choose. Wink, wink. That way you don't miss out on being the beautiful person that you are. So the first seat, the first way to ride through life to me is by being the passenger, right? Taking that passenger. And to some people, that's what they like. They like to be the passenger. But how many of us are passengers in our own life, right? And especially a lot of us, we're like that backseat driver. We think that we're in control because we can tell someone our opinions or tell someone what we think are facts. But ultimately, we don't control where the car ends up. I don't know about you, but when I'm the passenger, I don't get to control the outcome. I may think that I can, but ultimately, I don't get to decide when the car stops. I don't get to decide when the car goes. I don't get to decide when it turns, when it goes in reverse. I don't have any kind of say on it. So the first way that you ride through life, and this is the one I really want you to be cautious of, okay, is being a passenger in your own life. How many of us are letting other people make decisions for us? How many people of us have given up control of what we want to do in our own life? If this is you, I want to give you guys a caution. I want you to hit the stop sign in your life, and I want you to really reevaluate. What are things in your life that you can take control of? What are ways that you can now show up for who you want to be? Because I think too many of us out there, we're passengers in our life. We kind of just go and we get dictated by other people who have more powerful say or anything like that. So I want to caution you, do not be the passenger in your life, because one day you're going to realize when that ride is over that you robbed yourself of being in control of your destination, which is your destiny, right? So please be cautious. Don't be a passenger in your life. So there's the first way to ride through life. The second way is a kind of different one. It's really when we are putting our car in reverse. Okay, so now I want you to think back at this, okay? For all you guys that have licenses and you can drive, I want you to think, what do you got to do? What's the first thing, at least you should do, if you're putting your car in reverse? Is to look back and see what's behind you. And maybe you've got a mirror, or some of us might have cameras in our car that show us what's back behind us. But a lot of us, we're going through the ride of our lives by never ever getting our car out of reverse, because we're always looking back at the person who we used to be, whether that be good or it be bad. A lot of times we let past failures, right, things where we messed up, leave us in reverse. Right? It keeps dragging us back. Every time we take a step forward, we look back and we get pulled back to the person that we thought, this is where I was at when I messed up my life. Or this is the mistake. I'm right there at the mistake that I made before, so I don't want to try again. Or I've had this bad experience and I really don't want to have that same outcome again. So I want you to think, are you the type of person who's riding through life right now in reverse, who's always looking back? Now, I listened to a podcast a little while ago, and the football coach of the Clemson Tigers, Dabo Swinney, he said that too many people get caught looking in the rear view mirror of their life, which is which is, he says, it's ironic and sad because that rear view mirror only actually makes up like 10% of the whole view. That was deep, man. It's 10% of the whole view of what you should see as the driver. But that's how so many of us get stuck looking back because we're all too afraid of our past failures. But also, I want to caution, a lot of people look back at their past successes. They let wins and victories that they've had before continue to define them. You ever know anybody like that? Where like they had success in high school and that is the same record that they keep playing. Don't be that type of person who just settles in their life on one win. There's so many wins for you out there. There's infinite, I really believe. Okay, and I don't want you to just get stuck on one because you had one small taste of victory. Don't let that small taste of victory define any victory that you have from now on. Okay? All right, so that's the second way to ride through life. The third way to ride through life, I know this is a real tempting one for all of us who are highway drivers. It's putting ourselves in cruise control. Is anybody on the other side of this video in cruise control in their life right now? Where you're like, I got up, I'm in the car, I gassed it up, I'm at 65, 70, 75. Some of y'all put cruise control at 85, I don't know, okay? But you're putting cruise control and you gave up control to anything, right? You're like, I'm just gonna be on autopilot in my life. Maybe you're in cruise control in your job. Maybe you're in cruise control in your relationship. I know that hits some of you guys hard where it's just like, you got there, you got your boo, you got your spouse, but then you stopped caring. You stopped giving them gifts. You stopped telling them that you love them. You started just thinking, oh, they should just be with me because I'm me, right? And you started to feel entitled in your life. And so then you're like, there has to be more to this life thing. Well, yeah, there is, because you haven't taken control to put the gas on in your life, to put yourself in the right direction, to get to your destination. You're just sitting and letting life dictate for you. And that's why you're sitting there asking yourself, why can't I have control? Because you're on autopilot, right? So I want to caution all you guys in there. It's great that you got in the car, you started it up, and that you put yourself in the speed to get to cruise control, but you want to be careful. If you're going to put yourself in autopilot, don't stay in autopilot because you'll pass your destination. You'll pass up the goals, the dreams that you had. And that leads me to my fourth way of going ahead and riding through life, and that is to be the driver. Okay, and this is the one where I want all of you to be. I want you to be the driver in your life, the one that's in control, the one who's making decisions. Whether they're good or bad, you can live with the consequences because you had the power to make them, right? I want you to be the person who's like in charge of the blinker. You're in charge of, the brake. You're in charge of the stop signs. You're in charge of the green lights. You're like, Pitbull, give me the green light. Sometimes my ADHD gets going, right? But I want you to understand that when you're the driver, you're the one that gets to control if you get to the destination, when you get to the destination, and how you get there. To me, it's the most powerful ride in your life is to be the driver, but it's scary because when you're the driver, you're also the one in control. And that's where like people, you can get blamed if maybe you took the wrong turn, right? And there's a sense of accountability to it, but I don't want you to be scared because I want you to understand with that, like they said in Spider-Man, right? With great responsibility, with great power comes great responsibility, right? So I want to challenge all you guys out there tonight to be the driver in your life. Don't be the passenger. Don't be stuck in reverse. Don't be in cruise control. Be the driver, okay? And so I'm going to challenge you guys a little bit as I wrap up the video today. I want you to understand. I want you to go ahead and make a list. What are aspects? And I think for a lot of us, we fall in all four of those categories. So I want you to look. What are aspects of your life where right now you're the passenger, where someone else is making the decision for you? What are some aspects of your life where you're stuck in reverse, where either the past, failures or past successes have stopped you and held you captive? Where are parts in your life where you're on cruise control, where you just hit autopilot, where you're like, maybe this is good enough. I'll just take the easy way. But you're leaving yourself a little unsatisfied. And then what are parts of your life that you already are the driver? And what are parts of your life that you want to sit back and be in total control and be the driver of? Thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed the speech tonight. I'm a teacher, I'm on summer vacation, so I'm going to be hitting you guys up every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with inspirational messages to keep sure that you're chasing after your dreams. It's the least I can do because I believe in you. I have faith in you. And I know you can get to the better version of yourself, no matter what your goal is. Because ultimately you were created to be that perfect version of yourself. Okay. But although sometimes it gets caught up because we get stuck on our failures and stuff, you got to keep going. You got to keep wishing. You got to keep chasing. You got to keep dreaming. Okay, this is the Certified Chris G. If you can do me a small favor, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you never miss those Monday, Wednesday, and Friday video pick-me-ups. I'm here as much as you need me. If you need any kind of inspiration, go ahead and DM me. I'll make a video specifically just for you and post it. I won't put your name on it or anything, but I'll get that topic that you need me to address because, you know, I just try to do so much to help people get closer to their dreams. I'm not perfect by any means, but I think my imperfections are what make me able to be vulnerable and to let you guys know that you're not alone in your chase to greatness. We're all in this together. Much love, guys. I hope you have a beautiful weekend and go chase your dreams. Get closer and go be the driver. Y'all have a great evening. Bye, guys.